In honor of Thanksgiving, Willy Wonka is releasing turkey-flavored everlasting jawbreakers. They're called Gobble Stoppers. Welcome to the stream, my friends. Happy Janksgiving. Our annual plug and play garbage night. It's not even on the right day because I never stream on Thanksgiving. But welcome in. Thank you for being here. I've got a handful of plug and play devices pulled out of my big crate of them, and we will just see what we see. Hopefully, some of them will work because very frequently these are in extremely poor condition and I can't even get them to function. So we'll see what kind of night we have. But welcome in. Thank you, my friends. We've got Pokemon's first in chat. We've got Dead Zergling, Lucent Jelly, Chozo Brain. Welcome in all. Gotta love those ads. Don't say the joke. Don't say the joke yet. I'm in ads. Maybe I should. Maybe I should make it a habit to delay a little bit longer at the start of the stream so people have more time to get through the ads. Because I don't expect most people will tune in the very moment I go live. And that joke was terrible. I love it. What do you get when you plug in a plug and play game? A game that works sometimes. Pretty much, pretty much. I just ate 2 whole chicken breasts. Just had my fair share of turkey-like products today. I had bacon and eggs today. One of my favorite meals. So our first plug and play, we'll get started. It comes in this very handsome apple shaped. There's a price sticker on the back I never removed that I don't think would be readable on the stream anyway, but it does have the name of the town where I bought it, which isn't my hometown, but is pretty close to me. So maybe I should tear that off. I paid $1.23 for this device. And it comes in this nice little apple clamshell. It's I just realized I don't have to say the name because I can put it on the screen.
Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Wow, that's loud. Let's go. Janks Pacific. Hey, Itarama, welcome in. I've been doing beef all the time lately, Zergling says. Working down a 9.5 pound beef roast. Fajitas, right? Yep, shredded beef with fajitas evening. Skipping the tortilla entirely. And welcome in. Hey, it's been a while. Hope you're doing well. So this, it came in this. I didn't even realize it's this apple shape. I didn't even realize it opens. And we've got a little bit of artwork on the inside. The man himself, Jeff Foxworthy. And classic D-pad and buttons, except the D-pad's on the wrong side. The D-pad's on the right-hand side instead of the left. What is with this? I don't like it. Alright, I'm going to take the volume down a little bit. Better Apple device than most, Eddie says. It's a cell phone. Could be dangerous. Better leave it alone, Pokemon says. Having buckhorn grill for Thanksgiving this year? Tri-tip and ribs? I'm not familiar with that location. Can't you just hold it upside down? Well, I mean, I could, but then up would be down and down would be up. Profiles. Alright, let's take a look at our options here real quick. Clear honor roll. Okay, yeah, let's, I don't know whose data this came with and what kind of information they might put in, so just clear everything out. So, go to school, quick play, bonus games. Might be a lot to see here. I'm in Canada, Ian says, so our Thanksgiving was a few weeks ago. Hopefully you had a good time. Yeah, reversing the up and down on the D-pad would be awesome, at least for the viewers. Oh, look at this. It comes with it didn't delete the pre-made profiles. Now I've given away, everyone knows my real legal name is Jerry. Alright, profile 3. There's no symbols. I can't put in my classic frowny face. It's a good time. Lots of small town fall suppers. Alright, and that's essentially a meat place, protein-packed products, progressively producing perfect pleasure. Amazing alliteration. Give this game to a 5th grader to grade them. So, this is a very dangerous game to play on stream because I am going to remove a lot of doubt about my level of intelligence.
Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Find out by answering 11 questions based on grade school subjects. You have 5 5th grade classmates who can help you answer the questions. Get all of them right to win $1 million. You can drop out at any time. Oh, no, we can't. No, we won't. We have an all or nothing approach. And keep your earned money.
All right, over here is my class.
It's okay, Frownie. I'd do worse. It's very kind of you to say. Alright, Joel, Ava, Caroline, Andy, and Sam. English, science, history, math, geography. So, English I'll probably do pretty well with. Math I might do okay with. Everything else I'm terrified. Especially, I think geography and history are probably my worst subjects. I think we've got to go with all of them at some point, so we might as well just work our way from right to left, or left to right, rather. Yeah, watch Frownie. Well, that's what's gonna happen now. Watch Frownie need help with every single English question. Now that I've said that, that is what inevitably must happen. This is Jeff Fox not worthy, Eddie says. That's a very, like, I don't know, that's a very Ned Flanders mustache. Fort Jams, welcome in, evening. Frownie, what is the capital city of Australia? Sydney? Question mark? Joel looks like he got stung by 2 bees in his cheeks. Oh, hopefully he's got the answers tucked away in there. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Pokemon's. Am I smarter than a 5th grader? Nope. Roll credits. I thought it would be amazing if I was just playing this. If I was just playing this, game tonight, I would have just titled the stream "No." Close. That's the capital of the state, New South Wales, though. Oh well. I told you I was bad at geography. Joel, favorite subject, English. Okay. So that seems to be where we should start, right? History, social studies, science, health, measure, art, spelling, world geography, reading. Alright, so spelling, I'm terrible at spelling too, so. How do they ask a spelling question in text without giving away the answer? They never did U.S. history in 1st grade. I didn't get U.S. history until 10th grade. Alright, well, let's start with spelling.
The question is...
Oh, no. Spot the misspelling in the following sentence. As an effect of budget cutbacks, the school laid off 5 teachers' aides. So, affect is a verb, right? Effect is a noun. Should be an effect. I think, is that right? Cause and effect. So... Oh, by the way, I'm not asking for help. I'm thinking out loud. Please don't put answers in the chat. It's hard to play a game like this, too, when we have like a no backseating policy for the stream, because I know people want to participate and answer. Alright, I think I know it.
You're right.
Victory. Let's go. I didn't fail the first question. Oh. I was nervous about that. I won't say it, but I know what Pokemon says. Excellent. The answer is D, all of the below. Frownie's rigid rules are greater than viewer satisfaction. I mean, you passed the mathematics questions, Zergling. My rigid rules are greater than my own satisfaction. Welcome to Family Feud, where all of the answers to the game don't matter. Uncle Muscles, welcome in. I hope you're doing well. Alright, $1,000. Now, if this were the real world, I should just take the money and run. His eyes blink. I hadn't even caught that detail. I thought he was just gonna stare deep into my very heart. Alright, reading.
Here we go.
What? Oh no! What Antoine de Saint Exupery book is about a boy who lives on an asteroid? I can't even read the author's name for the reading question. By process of elimination, I hope I know the answer. Uh, so, I've never read The Little Prince, and I don't know who wrote it. I actually haven't read A Wrinkle in Time either, but I think the author of that is Madeleine L'Engle, something like that. I've actually read the sequel to that, but I haven't read the original book. And the incredible journey is homeward bound, right? That's dogs and cats. So I think it's got to be A.
Okay. You're right.
Victory. Oh. This isn't bad for a cheap plug and play, but so far so good. It might be considerably less interesting to watch than to play. So apologies for that, but I feel like I'm having a pretty good time. Derek Ocean, welcome in. Totally clueless. Never learned this in my life. Pokemon says. So fortunately, I was able to guess that one. All right. So yeah, now we've got a switch. So Ava is up. Science. So we got to go with sciencey type ones. Just generic science. Health, I think, is also science, and astronomy, definitely science. the American flag behind him looks like makes it look like he's wearing a wizard hat. Gotta love how it makes you wonder if you got it wrong or right for a moment. Well, where would it be without the suspense? Where would we be without the suspense? I know I'll be rewarded eventually with Lost Vikings, Chozo says. Alright, well, let's start with the more difficult question. Astronomy.
The question is...
What type of galaxy is the Milky Way? This I have no idea. Spiral, barred, or irregular? I don't know, this could be anything. My gut instinct is to say spiral. I think it's a Snickers. Yeah, it's a milk chocolate and nougat galaxy. Yeah, Ava's. I was thinking the same thing. Pokemon. You read my mind. I was going to say. Ava's half-closed stare. She is not amused. Are you allowed to use your cheat? It is a Frownie stream after all, Zergling says. Oh, I know, Zergling. I was thinking about that too when I scrolled down to it. That's really why I hesitated. I was like, oh no, am I even allowed to use these? Fuzzy Boots, welcome in. What was this originally on? It's a plug and play. It's a little handheld. It plugs directly into the TV. That's the theme of tonight. Our every year around Thanksgiving time, we do a plug and play night. We should do a lot more of these, but it's rare to come across these out in the wild for me, and so I just kind of hoard them all year and then pull some out randomly. I'm gonna guess. I think it's Spiral.
You're right.
That was pretty much a pure guess too. Because I really have no idea what these mean. Are you making a turkey for Thanksgiving? My dad's gonna make the turkey. But we're definitely gonna have one. Good thing it isn't an action platform with that control scheme. You know what? I'd rather a D-pad than a joystick. A lot of these have joysticks, and I would even if it's on the wrong side of the controller, I would prefer that over a joystick. Idiot Pokemon thought the same thing about the student not looking impressed. Hey, Buddha Fingers, welcome in. What do you not eat at Thanksgiving dinner? Pretty much any casserole, like a green bean casserole. Anything with casserole in the title, I'm not gonna eat. I don't like sweet potatoes. I don't like stuffing / dressing. It's easier to say what I do eat. What I do eat is the mashed potatoes and gravy, the turkey meat, dinner rolls, and most plain vegetables. Like if there's plain green beans. Oh, and that those cans of cranberry jelly. Like a solid tube of jelly, you plop it out of the can, and you can still see the marks around it. I love it. Picky, eh? Picky does not even begin to describe me. I have major, crippling food phobias.
Pick a subject.
Health and science. Health and science.
The question is,
What describes a substance that changes from a gas to a liquid? That would be condensation, right? I feel like the question is worded oddly. Evaporation is liquid to gas, and solidification would be turning from liquid to solid.
you're right.
Let's go. This man parks at the very edge of the parking lot to the stores he's going to, across the street. What?
Pick a classmate.
Caroline.
Pick a subject.
History. All right. I'm horrifically awful at history, so this is going to be bad. Thank goodness it's down here in the first grade category. That still doesn't even make me less scared of it. I'm surprised you do not like sweet potatoes. No, I've never gotten the taste for them.
The question is,
In 1867, the United States purchased Alaska from which nation? Canada, Norway, or Russia? I have no idea. Um... Do you have any problems with a food color? Not the food coloring per se, just avoid a color in general. Um, I can't really say that I do. For me, I don't know what it is that determines what I can and can't eat necessarily. For a lot of foods, I guess it's largely an issue of the smells of particular foods. I think like that's why I can't eat most condiments because they smell disgusting. Duck something, welcome in. If you ate a sweet potato, it would jog your memory. Is that the secret to performing well on a game show? Copious amounts of sweet potato. I don't know. Again, this would just have to be a guess, right? Like, I feel like it's got to be Canada or Russia. I just got to make a blind guess. I don't know.
That is not the right answer.
Oh, rip. Thought it was I had a 50-50 shot. Sadly, we are defeated. Rip the deathless run. One answer, one sweet potato. I know this one, but I'm not saying Pokemon says. Alas.
Now you know what you need to do. Tell the world I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
I am not. I am absolutely not. At least you figured out there was no way it was Norway. All right. Well, we don't give up. I'm not fond of sweet potatoes, Fuzzy Boots says. It's not the taste, it's a weird association my mind has. When I taste a sweet potato, my mind says the texture should not taste like this. It should taste like a russet potato. If Frownie did not Putin the right answer. The goal is to get $1 million here? Yeah, to get them all right.
All right, over here is my class.
Unfortunately, it's always the same class, it appears. Unfortunately, so the thing about a game like this is like there's no way for me to get better at it, right? It's not like Contra, like a platforming game where I can practice and get better. It's just about running attempts until it happens to ask me 10 things I already know. Oh. There's a little bit like of needing luck if it asks me something I don't know, but other than that, I can't. There's nothing I can do to improve. I guess if it repeats questions, I can remember the questions it asked before. Hopefully it won't come to that.
Pick a subject.
All right. Vocabulary, English, inventors, world history, animal science, life science, earth science. There's a lot of science here. Cultural studies, physical science, music.
The question is,
All right. We start with vocabulary. Hey, Greg, welcome in. What is the word nadir commonly associated with? Astronomy, sports, or politics? So, a nadir is like the opposite of a zenith. A nadir is like the lowest point of something. I guess astronomy, but I really like, I associate it with charts and graphs. So like really it could be any of them, right? Like if you're charting like a sports team's performance and they're doing particularly bad. Guess I'll say astronomy though.
I'm going to tell you if you're right. You're right.
Let's go. What is this game? This is Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Plug and play. Mm. There are Hulu dubs for Dragon Ball, Dragon Ball Z, and GT, Board Jam says. I don't subscribe to Hulu, and I've never watched a Dragon Ball. Yeah, Jeff Foxworthy. It's the old it's the Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader plug and play machine. It's only got one game. Uh,
Pick a subject. The question is,
Ida Tarbell and Upton Sinclair were part of what literary tradition devoted to social change? Muckrakers, soil turners, or ditch diggers? I don't know. Upton Sinclair wrote The Jungle? Is that right? I wanted to say A Modest Proposal, but that's not right. Can't remember who wrote that right now. The Jungle. I think The Jungle was about... Is that about meat processing? I don't know Tarbell. My instinct is muckrakers, though you would think that the sound of that, it sounds like it has a very negative connotation. You would think that like of the three, like soil turner is the one that that of the three sounds the most positive. And I would think that they would want the one that has a positive spin on it. I think probably just because the word muckraker is most familiar to me, just as a word, that's why that one sounds right. Has the best ring to it. I'm going with
I like your confidence. You're right.
Let's go. I don't believe a fifth grader knows the word nadir, Budafinger says. Well, I mean, if there's one in the whole world, then it's technically fair game. The dub's really bad from what I've heard Bort Jam says. This would be better if you had to spin the wheel for every wrong answer, Buddha says. Oh no. That's a horrifically good idea. All right. All right. So we've already got one in the bank. So next time I miss one, we'll spin it twice. Hey Yaden, welcome in. Is it Janksgiving already? Yeah, it always comes a little early because I never stream on actual Thanksgiving. I think it's always been. I think it's always been the Tuesday before. So we play plug and plays, and right now we're playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? And so far I'm not. I've already lost one match. I got about halfway. I got about halfway through the first match before I missed one. And now apparently, when I fail out, I've got to eat some hot sauce. Is what we just decided. uh, yeah, exactly. See, Buddha fingers. It's Are you smarter than a fifth grader, not Are you smarter than all fifth graders. uh,
Pick a classmate.
you know what I just realized? So
Pick a subject.
I keep deciding which category I'm gonna pick based on what my teammate is good at. But we've also determined that I'm never gonna use the cheats, so it really doesn't matter what they're good at. It does me no good if Ava's good at science because I'm not gonna accept any of her backseating. Oh. So I might as well just work my way from the top down. Now that the wheel is on the line, you might want to revise that strategy. Yeah, after I've been burned a couple times, I might. Right now, I'm still foolishly confident. Watched a movie today called Breakfast of Champions with Bruce Willis. What a bonkers movie, Derek says. Is that? I wonder if that's based on the Kurt Vonnegut novel, which I haven't read, so it wouldn't really matter either way. But all right, inventors. Let's go. This is gonna be a bad subject for me.
The question is,
I don't know who made anything. Robert Bunsen is known for inventing what scientific tool? Oh, I know that one. What did he say? Don't talk over me, Jeff. I know this one. It's a Bunsen burner. Unless he didn't invent it and it's just named after him in his honor. Wouldn't that be horrible? He really invented litmus paper, and that's why the guy who invented the burner named it after him.
I'm going to tell you if you're right. You're right.
I'm right. I'm trying to finish an Aldous Huxley novel, and it's a bit tedious. Aldous Huxley wrote Brave New World. I don't know if that's the one you're reading, but I think that's the, yeah, okay. So I've read that, but it was decades ago. Um, Might be a good candidate to reread. I've been rereading a lot of books lately. I just finished The Hobbit a couple days ago, and I started The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe yesterday. Which, I mean, that's only a very short children's novel, so it won't take that long. But I like revisiting. I like revisiting that story around Christmas time. Brave New World's in the queue. I'm reading Eyeless in Gaza. That I have not read. I've not read anything else by Huxley. I've only read Brave New World.
Pick a subject.
All right, world history. This is probably gonna go bad for me. Anything geography or history related, I'm in big trouble.
The question is,
The word Hellenistic refers to what ancient civilization? Oh, that would be Greek. I know that one. I think that's right. I don't want to get overconfident, you know? Uh, I don't know why Greece would be Hellenistic. Is that because of the Iliad? Helen of Troy? Is that right?
you're right.
Oh, thank goodness. When I finish this, it will notch 55 on the year. Very nice, Buddha. I've been trying to read a bit more. I've been trying to read more other than storybooks. If you count picture books and storybooks, I've read maybe close to 400 in the past year. Well, that's not necessarily true. That's if you allow duplicate entries. Because like 50 of those would be green eggs and ham. Another 50 would be fox and socks. Uh, but if we're counting like novels, and I'm even including, children's novels like The Hobbit or the Narnia books, then I'm at, I think, four. uh, for completed books.
Pick a classmate. Pick a subject.
All right, animal science.
Here we go.
What is the largest creature on Earth? The blue whale, the whale shark, or the killer whale? Well, it's got to be one of the whales. Hey, we have a we have a raid coming in. Nato, welcome in. How did the Donkey Kong Country 2 wind up? I was hanging out for I was lurking for a lot of it. Just enjoying the stream ambiance. But welcome in. Thank you for the raid. Chargers girl, welcome in. Sean, welcome in. Shoutouts to our friend Nato. One of the very finest streams you will find. Why did the shoutout not work? Nato's been doing things like working on the Messenger on the Switch, 100%ing Mario Galaxy, working on Donkey Kong Country 2 Deathless runs. Just finished Contra 1 on the NES Deathless recently. All kinds of good stuff happening over there. And are you? Nato asks. I am most certainly not. I am not smarter than a fifth grader. I've already proved it once by failing one of by failing our first game. Charger Girl says I have the DS and PS2 game of this. This is the first that I've played it. Bob Saget, good to see you. Love how bored the girl in the game looks here. They seem to she's not the first that's given me this sort of eyes half closed. I've had it up to here with your nonsense kind of expressions. Just got the Messenger on the Switch. I've heard the Messenger is pretty rad. I think that I might want to check it out myself at some point. Maybe she just doesn't like Jeff Foxworthy's jokes. Cows, welcome in. Great to see you, Cows. A long-awaited return. Hope you're doing well, my friend. You can get a physical copy of it for $15. Hey, that sounds pretty good. Yeah, I'm doing pretty well, Nato. I'm doing pretty well. Smarter should be called, are you smarter than a college student? I mean, I already don't have a chance. We don't need to make the grade any higher. I'm already doing horrific. So I actually don't know between the blue whale and the killer whale which is bigger, so I'm gonna have to guess here. It's gonna be a 50-50 shot for me. I'm gonna guess the blue whale.
You're right.
Let's go. Thank you for the palms, Cows. So we're playing this. This version is a plug and play. It comes in a handsome apple-shaped sort of clamshell. And it's got very classic, like, D-pad and A and B buttons. But if you'll notice, the D-pad's on the wrong side. They put it on the right instead of the left. Frownie was a marine biologist in a former life. I think this is a new PB. I think we're doing... You're not the first person to suggest that, Nano.
Pick a subject.
I have a Thomas the Train plug and play. Oh, right on. I've got a bunch of different ones. I'm not even sure what all I have. I don't come across them that often, but if I see one at like a thrift store or something, I pretty much always buy them, and then I just throw them into a box down here in the basement. And every year at Janksgiving time, I pull out a couple of them and we just play them on the stream. And if we're lucky, they might even work. That doesn't always happen. Alright, before I pull up the question, let me just remind, this is a no backseating stream, so if you know the answer, don't put it in the chat. Don't give me any hints or help. The goal of this, I know that's not fun. I know when someone plays a game show game, the chat wants to participate. But I'm a monster. I'm a monster, and I've got to see if I can answer all these. I'm not even letting the game participate. I'm not using any of the hints or help in the game. The gimmick of this game show is they pair you up with a partner who's supposed to help you answer the questions, but I refuse to use the help, so it's going to be very difficult for me to beat this. Yeah, you're fine, Charges Girl. I saw, but I'd already answered it, so you didn't spoil anything because I had already chosen my answer. But I just want to put that out there just for the future, just so everyone knows. Yeah, no hints or help, but definitely keep your taunts ready. Yeah, you have plenty of opportunity to use them. SpongeBob, Pirates of the Caribbean. A lot of mine are kind of generic. A lot of mine are like 25 games in one, or 50 video games included. And they're full of random generic games. But we played most of a Spider-Man one. Though that one was kind of buggy and I couldn't finish the game because it didn't work properly. We had a Cinderella one that was pretty rad. We played Deal or No Deal one night. 50 video games included, my beloved. 50 video games included was a wonderful journey.
Here we go.
True or false? Muscles make up about half the weight of your body. Of my body? Of mine? False. Let's see. Half. Well, what counts as a muscle? Because, like, your bones are not muscles. Like, you've got, what do you have? You got bones, you got skin, you got hair. You've got, you got a lot of muscles, right? But are tendons muscles? Is the heart a muscle? Is the stomach a muscle? Is the intestine a muscle? If your intestines are muscles, is the pancreas a muscle? Is the brain a muscle? If I took all the muscles out of my body and put them on a scale, and I put all the rest of myself over here, I mean, we can look at Isaac here and think, like, how much weight does this guy contribute? I don't know. I don't like this question. Muscles make up about half the weight of your body. Muscle is heavier than fat. I don't know. True.
You're right.
Let's go. Oh. BBF, welcome in. Steel is heavier than feathers. Alright, let me catch up with the chat here. Used to get plug and plays a lot in the 90s. Had quite a few surgeries at home or hospitals or at grandma's house. Nice and easy games to take with me. Hopefully that made those times, somewhat easier. Yeah, exactly. Everyone's created differently. Only if you've been eating a lot of shellfish. Belly button fuzz. A clam is a muscle. I actually didn't see. I read the shellfish comment and didn't fully get it until this next one. But Buddha fingers. Is mayonnaise a muscle? Yeah, if the question refers to Isaac, the answer is false. I would have been wrong, Nato says. It's subjective, yeah. That's a pretty poor question. Yeah, exactly. Because depending on how much you weigh and whether that comes from fat or muscle, you're gonna get a very different answer. I love how the music in the background makes all Frownie's thoughts sound. Frownie's random thoughts sound more profound than they really are.
Pick a classmate.
Cardiac, smooth, and skeletal are the three types of muscles. Three main types. I got those LED handheld things they sold in grocery stores. They were awful. I played them a lot. Yeah, I never really had much of those either. I had one of those little LCD games. I had one that looked like a Game Boy. It was a Mario game. It was an official Nintendo product, I think. I got it as one of the things like you mail in Kool-Aid points. I clipped Kool-Aid points and mailed them in. I still have that thing somewhere, too. I wonder if it even still works. I mean, it needed a new battery, but... 90% bones, 10% muscles. The cow says literally my body type. It depends on how much milk you've drank. What if you have extraordinarily dense bones?
Pick a subject.
Earth science.
The question is...
Oh no. Chlorofluorocarbons damage to what part of Earth's environment? Chlorofluorocarbons. I'm amazed that I read that first try. Damage to what part of Earth's environment? The water table, the ozone layer, the magnetic field. Well, I don't think you... I mean, probably you can damage the magnetic field, but I don't think that's something I ever hear about people being worried about, right? I don't really know that you could damage the magnetic field, but I just don't want to say you couldn't. Maybe there's some mad scientist out there that would. Chlorofluorocarbons. Damage what part of the Earth's environment? Water table or the ozone layer? It's got to be one of those two. I just don't know. See, the thing is, I don't really know what a chlorofluorocarbon is, and I don't really know how to break down that word. Because, like, chloro could be like chlorine? Fluoro would be like fluorescent, like a light bulb. When I think of carbon, I think of something kind of solid, right? So, like, for the ozone layer, it would need to be damaged by, like, a gas. The water table would need to be damaged by something liquid or solid. And when I see carbon, I think, solid. But carbon dioxide is a gas. I know I've heard this word before, chlorofluorocarbon. I know I've heard the word, but I don't know the context. I mean, I probably heard it in earth science in the 2nd grade, but that was a long time ago. Oh, I think I'm going to say the ozone layer.
You're right.
Let's go. So I'm guessing that's the stuff that's in aerosol cans. You've got this, Frownie. Thank you for the vote of confidence, Natto. Never once heard of it. I would definitely cheat here, Zergling says. Does the water table have a water tablecloth? Someone got their chlorine carbons on the floor. Oh. I didn't really take biology in high school. Took it for 2 weeks during the summer school. The easy way out. Chlorocylingocarbons. Yeah, chlorofluorocarbons would imply the existence of the other. 9 out of 10 dentists recommend brushing with chlorofluorocarbons. Some reason I know this one too, Yaden says. They are aerosols. Thank you for the GGs. I pounded that into our heads as kids. That's probably why I vaguely thought I remembered the word. That's quite the dense definition there.
Pick a subject.
Cultural studies.
Here we go.
True or false? North Korea and South Korea have the same flag. Well, that can't possibly be true, right? I mean, I don't know. I don't know what countries' flags look like, generally speaking. It just seems like it'd have to be a rule that you couldn't be allowed to have the same flag. So, I mean, you either have different flags because you want to disassociate from the other side, or you keep the same flag because you have the hope of reconciliation. Right? So, does one side dislike the other enough to change their own flag out of spite? And or is the other side hopeful enough that they keep the same flag as like an olive branch toward eventual reconciliation? I actually lived in South Korea for a couple of years, so I know what the South Korean flag looks like, but I don't know what the North Korean flag looks like. I never really gave any thought to North Korea. I don't know. My instinct is false.
You're right.
Let's go. If you get this wrong, you got no soul, Buddha says. Very good. Oh. I wonder if Germany kept the same flag while they were split. Yeah, I don't know. I was gonna say you should have insider knowledge on this. Well, I know that I can picture the South Korean flag in my head, right? It's white and it's blue and red in the middle, and it's got some black markings toward each of the corners. I hope I'm thinking of the right flag. So I know generally I could vaguely picture it. Like, I couldn't... I probably got some of the details wrong, but I can vaguely picture it in my head. But you know what? I lived in Thailand for a good while, too. And I don't know what the Thai flag looks like. I don't remember that one at all. And I took a class on Thai culture while I was there. So I know I must have learned it. I think it's illegal to have two countries with the same flag. Yeah, but I mean, I thought that too, but who's going to enforce it, really?
Pick a classmate. Pick a subject.
Physical science and music.
Here we go.
No, not more true or false. True or false, water boils at 100 degrees Celsius. I think that's true. I think that's how Celsius works, right? It's 0 for freezing and 100 for boiling. I only know the answer in degrees Frankenstein. What on earth could first grade music be? Wheels on the bus? Wheels on the bus go A. Square and square, ellipse and octagon. The wheels on the bus go ellipse and octagon, ellipse and octagon, ellipse and octagon. Oh. 257 pounds. Is the scale set to Celsius? New banger just dropped. Alright, here we go. Music.
The question is...
What describes how loud or quiet a sound is?
right now.
I mean, it must be volume, right? I know it's not pitch. I don't know about timbre. I don't know what timbre describes. Other than a falling tree.
I'm going to tell you if you're right. You're right.
Let's go. Easiest question ever. Where's Sparrow when you need him? Hey, thank you for the GGs. We got one question left. Oh. U.S. history is the one that I failed out of in the first game. Why does it have to be this? It's the subject that defeated me last time. There's no way. That's just unfair. What if it asked me the same question? That would be great. Oh, history's my worst subject. History and geography are my worst subjects. And the wheel of scorching goes round and round. We need a Larry the Cable Guy plug and play. I don't know about a plug and play. I wouldn't be terribly surprised if he had a video game, though, right? He was in a couple movies. Surely one of his movies has a janky video game tie-in, right? Jingle all the way to the game. All right, well, let's get it over with.
Here we go.
Who is responsible for much of the writing of the United States Constitution? Ben Franklin, James Madison, or Thomas Jefferson? You know what? I feel like I should know this because I want to say it's Thomas Jefferson. I feel like I should know it because of Mario's Time Machine. Oh, but maybe that wasn't the Constitution. Maybe that was the Declaration of Independence. I think that's what I'm thinking. I think I'm thinking of the Declaration of Independence. I am. So then you have to wonder, right? Well, I mean, if Jefferson wrote the Declaration of Independence, then like the Constitution's like the sequel to that, right? You got to hire the same guy. At least give him a shot at the rough draft. Yeah, I really don't know. All right, I'm going to guess Jefferson.
Okay.
That is not the right answer.
Oh, I was wrong. We failed. Well, I failed. Oh, that's a shame. Mile High Roll, welcome in. You're just in time to spin the wheel. Yeah, Frownie should know this one from the Mario game. Yeah, Zergling, that's what I was thinking too. But as you heard, that wasn't about the Constitution. That was about the Declaration. Um, I sure I played piano for 26 years. I have videos uploaded to YouTube with my recordings. Hey, right on, Pokemons. I don't think I knew that. Jiminy Cricket was Pinocchio's constitution, but his name isn't up there. Oh. I only had John Hancock, the big signature guy, as the answer, Cow says. All right, well, what we'll do is we'll spin the wheel. And I've got to spin it twice because I missed 2 questions. I really don't think I'm going to come this close to winning again, so that's a shame because that means we're probably only going to play this game for the whole night. Oh.
Now you know what you need to do. Tell the world I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
I'm not smarter than a fifth grader. Alas. Yeah, time to change the stream title to no. Alright, let's hit a button so we can get some background music. And we'll spin the wheel. The Wheel of Scorchin has several hot sauces associated with it. And I will give a spin and sample what it lands on for me. And I'm going to do it twice. So here's the wheel. I've got these little hot sauces with numbers on the tops. Some are quite mild, and at least one is rather devastating. Number 10. Number 10 sounds like a winner. It's garlic habanero. Doesn't really get much better than that. Jeff acts like he's so smart, but he's holding the cards with the answers on them. I'd like to see him play. Alright, use a plain wheat cracker for our delivery mechanism. Woo! And it's pretty intense. Not bad, though. Not bad. I really like this sauce. I love a very strong garlicky flavor to a hot sauce. This has got it, and it's a good heat level. It's right where you want it. Like, it's hot enough to be challenging, but I don't have to spend half an hour recovering from every bite. Alright, and spin number 2. And it's the opposite side, sauce number 1. And this is kickin' garlic, so it's the same flavor with less heat. This cracker is damaged. That's underwhelming after the previous one. It's the same flavor, but it's like 60% of the heat. I really should have had those in the opposite order. Tuck those away. Get my big head out of the way. Look at this. These stats are wrong. This says cheats used 1. I haven't ever used a cheat. You've seen both the games I played. I think it increments the counter just for, like, clicking on the menu and the option, just to, like, look at it. Maybe thinking about cheating is enough to count. Yeah, I think it is. I think that's what they did. They counted it just because I looked at the menu. I wish I could pull up Jerry's stats to see how we compare.
Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader?
Probably not favorably.
All right, over here is my class. Pick a classmate. Pick a subject.
Alright. So, again, we'll just start at the top and work our way down like we did before. It's going to start with 5th grade math.
The question is,
if there are 90 students in a school and 15 are boys, what fraction are girls? $90 total. Alright, so 75 over 90. What's that reduced down to? That 5? Is that 5/6? No. Yeah. Because that would be 25 over 30. So 5/6.
you're right.
Let's go. Hey EpiPen, welcome in. What a weird game. This is Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? Plug and Play Edition.
Pick a subject.
So far I'm not. I've lost 2 games. Right, it said 15 out of 90 are boys. How many girls? So 90 minus 15 is 75.
The question is,
which of the following ancient Greek philosophers came first? Oh, I know this. They're listed in order here, right? Socrates. No, Socrates, then Plato, then Aristotle. But anyways, Socrates was first. Because we know about him from Plato.
okay. You're right.
Let's go. Aristotle is the worst, EpiPen says. I don't know that I have strong opinions on any of the 3. I'm only very surface level familiar with any of them. Hooray for Socrates.
Pick a classmate.
All right. Geography's a hard subject for me.
The question is,
what state is not a rectangle? Wyoming, Colorado, and Montana. Well, I think Montana is not fully rectangular because didn't Montana border Idaho? Oh, but on which side? Montana is like a rectangle shape on the left, but then it kind of goes wonky on the right hand side, right? Colorado and Wyoming. I mean, they're squares. Is a square a rectangle? Every square is a rectangle, but not every rectangle is a square. I think it's Montana.
You're right.
Let's go. You have insider knowledge about this too? About which one? About these states? I've never been to any of these three states. You live in the US, that counts, right? Well, it didn't help me a whole lot with the Constitution question. Or with the Alaskan Purchase question. Look up anything he taught, and then you'll see that civilization went the wrong direction for 2,000 years on that subject because of him, EpiPen says. If there was no Aristotle, we would live in a flying city utopia by now. uh, I see the logic cows, and I can't really argue with the logic, but I don't want to claim for myself advantages that make my spectacular defeats all the more spectacular. Uh, the Big Montana sandwich? I'm not familiar with this sandwich.
Pick a subject.
Alright, art it is.
Here we go.
What is the vanishing point? Before I look at the choices, that's like when you like see lines that move toward the horizon, like where they meet, right? Where parallel lines converge, where paint fades into the canvas, where colors turn to black. I think it's got to be the first.
I like your confidence. You're right.
Good night, Chargers girl. Thank you for being here. Thank you for the lurk, and I hope you sleep well and have a fantastic tomorrow. And the vanishing point's when Frownie streams past my bedtime.
Pick a classmate. Pick a subject.
Alright, I survived the first geography question, but now we go to world geography.
Here we go.
The Greek Isles are in what arm of the Mediterranean Sea? This isn't good. The Black Sea, the Aegean Sea, and the Baltic Sea. So I don't know. I don't know where these three seas are. I couldn't even tell you if they're all connected to the Mediterranean. I'm going to guess, I think, Aegean, just because it's the most ancient Greek looking word of the three. Uh,
I'm going to tell you if you're right. You're right.
let's go. Thank you for the palms, cows.
Pick a subject.
Cultural studies.
Here we go.
What are natives of New Zealand called? I think that it's A. I'm not 100% sure how to say this word.
You're right.
Let's go. The only reason I knew that is because Jelly and I watched Taskmaster New Zealand. So I know I've heard that word, but I don't know exactly how it's pronounced. Maori, I think. Did anyone else want to say Kiwis or Kling said?
Pick a classmate. Pick a subject.
Oh, U.S. history, my nemesis. So far, both the questions I missed have been U.S. history questions.
The question is,
what term refers to those who opposed slavery? Hey, that's got to be abolitionist. All right. Suffragism has to do with voting. Prohibitionism has to do with alcohol.
you're right.
Let's go. I actually got one.
The question is,
Which of these instruments has the highest pitch?
you can walk away right now.
I think it's got to be a flute. Right? I mean, I know a tuba. I know a tuba doesn't. I don't actually. A bassoon, I think, is like. Isn't a bassoon like kind of like a clarinet? I mean, it's got bass in the word. It can't be the one with the highest pitch.
You're right.
Let's go. Single kiwi is 100% daily value of vitamin C. A D, a very tiny tuba.
Pick a classmate. Pick a subject.
All right. I'm not very confident. I'm not confident about any of these subjects. Let's just be honest. Every single category makes me intimidated. But inventors.
Here we go.
Why is this even a category? Which of these machines is used for weaving? A reaper, a loom, or a combine? How is this a question about inventors? The reaper, the loom, and the combine didn't invent themselves. It'd be the loom, right? Earth science.
The question is,
which of these can be triggered by loud noises? An avalanche, a glacier, or an earthquake? Well, this is interesting because, like, avalanches are triggered by loud noises in movies, right? But I don't know if that's accurate. A glacier is not something you trigger, right? A glacier is just like a thing that is. An earthquake. So the thing is, I think the answer is A, unless they're just trying to trick me with pop culture. But could you not theoretically also trigger an earthquake with a loud noise? I think this is a bad question.
okay, you're right.
In anime, all the answers would be right. Let's go. Pokemon, you're surprised I got that right? You might be able to trigger a glacier if you yell mean things at it loud enough. No, that's not real. Oh, no. They know what my worst subjects are. There's a microphone built into this plug and play. Oh, there's no... Oh. Well, let's spin the wheel.
The question
is... Oh, no. On what lake... On what lake is Green Bay, Wisconsin located? Now, to be fair, to be clear, I am not a native Wisconsinite. I am a transplant. Oh. So I think Superior is up to the north. I don't know where Michigan and Huron are, though. I would have to guess Lake Michigan. Though I don't know if Lake Michigan is to the west or east of Michigan. If it's on the west, it's right, but if it's on the east, then it's wrong. I don't know, I'm gonna guess Michigan.
You're right.
Victory! Let's go! I am smarter than a 5th grader. 3rd time's the charm. This victory cheering is horrific. This does not sound like victorious cheering. This sounds like the screaming of souls in torment. That's exactly, Bob. Exactly what I was hearing. I was doing something, so I let the stream up in the background and then got very invested. Well, welcome back. Alright, Mr. Foxworthy, I will be expecting my check in the mail. I'll be watching closely for it. You can even deduct the money from the 2 games I lost. And we'll call it fair. How about? Do you ever play pub trivia? Not really, EpiPen. I participated in it a time or two, but I don't do a lot of hanging out in pubs. I don't really like the the sports bar atmosphere is too loud, and it's just basically it's too loud for me. The scream, those cheering / screaming sounds belong in a horror game. Oh. There's someone being devoured by a zombie. Welcome to Hades, Derek says. Oh. I think they use the same effect for a Godzilla toy. You can have the million if you fight off those demons first. They get overpaid. Superb negotiation skills there. The frown stare. So that counted as ending credits. You want me to spin when I lose? You want me to spin when I win? Okay, so I imagine Quick Play is just the same game again.
Welcome to Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? All right, over here is my class. Pick a classmate.
I don't plan to play a whole other round. Oh no! So in the description, I should have stopped and pointed it out again. At the start, it said you can drop out anytime. But look, it won't let me select dropout. You said anytime, Jeff. You said anytime. This is a repeat question. We've already seen a repeat question. This is only game number 4, and it's already repeating questions. How little content does this game have? You can drop out anytime you like, but you can never leave. We can't use the mystery meats. We've got to argue in chat for the wheel, Zergling says. Exactly. First question's too hard. I'm not taking the shame of being wrong. See ya, Jeff. They didn't expect anyone to play this long. It hasn't. It hasn't even been 2 hours yet, and I've been playing slow because we've been doing a lot of chin wagging. Alright, so we never used any of the cheats. Let's see what happens when you use one of them. Alright, we've already had this question. I got it right before, right? It's true.
I'm going to tell you if you're right. You're right.
Alright, so it just picks for us when we do that. I don't know what I was expecting.
Pick a subject. The question is.
Alright, let's drop out.
Now you know what you need to do. Tell the world.
Not this time, Jeff. That trick question, it depends on the pressure as well. Good point, EpiPen. Alright, let's see what the bonus games are. Stay in school, survival quiz, back to school. How long can you stay in school? Select the boxes on screen to uncover dollar amounts and add them to your total to claim your winnings and end the game. Choose graduate. Be careful though, if you uncover flunked out, you earn nothing. So...
Here we go.
Let's go. Sorry, you flunked out. Better luck next time. Did I have a 1 in 10 shot of choosing that? And I got it first try?
Here we go.
So, like, here's the problem with this game. Impressive, actually, Cow says. I don't know how many panels are flunked out panels. So, if you never, but if you don't know how many are poison, then you don't know when to quit.
Here we go.
That's the game of life. It's not quite Deal or No Deal, but that was my first thought too. Mhm. 99% of gamblers graduate right before they uncover the biggest dollar amount. So, there's 1, 2, 5, 6, 10, and 11. I don't know what that tells me, though. I don't know what a perfect game would look like.
Here we go. Here we go.
Devastating. I thought surely it wouldn't be the same one twice in a row, right? But see, it's the thing is, I don't know if there's only one flunked out panel or if there's two. I should have paid more attention to what all those numbers said, because that would have been a really good opportunity to understand it a bit more. I think there's only one. I wish it showed you all the panels when you failed. So it's one of these two, right? Unless there's two. It seems like it has a really high probability of being both of these. Actually, you know what? If I graduate, will it show me what the other two were? No! Rude. Oh, wait. I went to the wrong thing.
Here we go.
Alright, I mean, you know what? I think that these two spots are always failure. I think that it's not, that the failure isn't randomized. I think it's all, I think there are two flunked out, and they're always these two spots. Yeah. That's gotta be it.
Here we go.
That's not it. Maybe it changes depending on what I pick, though. Because leaving those two till the end has worked perfectly for me multiple times now. I don't know how it works. I don't know.
Here we go. Here we go.
Alright, well... I just don't have enough information about this one. What's survival quiz? It's a pop quiz with a twist. Answer 5 questions correctly in 20 seconds. You get 2 extra seconds for every correct answer. Each correct answer lets you flip a new reward box at the end for cash. Alright, so just read and answer questions quickly. What's the controversial practice of selling forgiveness for sins? Indulgences. True or false, a 2-liter bottle of soda holds the same amount as 2 1-liter bottles? True? What classic E.B. White story? Charlotte's Web. Who tried to start an uprising among slaves? Oh, I don't know. Oh no! I hit... That's a shame. I hit the answer button, not trying to make a choice, but trying to go to the answers. But you didn't have to do that. I probably wouldn't have gotten this one right anyway, though. Alright, well we can probably clear this one. Surely I'll get a set of 5 that comes up that I know. Jamestown? What? I was wrong. I can't read the questions. I can't read the questions in full because I need to go quick. Survival mode. If you get one wrong, they throw you into a pool of sharks. Oh, we had this one earlier. It's another repeat question. Between Pennsylvania and Maryland. I didn't know that. This is going rough for me. Oh no. Oh no. I didn't read the question because I only do it. I do it only in 3 seconds. I just picked a random answer. Oh. This is just like the main game, but more boring because I can't read the questions out loud. But it seems like a winnable mode. Oh, I don't know. Do we get it? 5 out of 5? Let's go. All right. Last bonus game. Back to school mode. How would you do as a 5th grader? Take the role of the 5th grade classmates and help the computer contestant win? You have 15 seconds to answer each question. Correct answers will earn you $5,000 and may just help save the computer contestant. Can you share in the contestant's glory? What a bizarre...
Here we go. Pick a subject. The question is...
1950s are the golden age for what medium? Radio?
I like your confidence. You're right.
Television. So I was wrong, and the computer was right.
Pick a subject. The question is...
What word is a gerund?
I'm going to tell you if you're right. That is not the right answer.
You saved the contestant. Good job. Keep playing. Oh, okay. This is bizarre.
Pick a subject. The question is...
Which of these is not an ancient American civilization? Hittite. This show debuted when I was in 5th grade. It gave us all some weird main character energy.
Pick a subject.
But this must be some kind of mercy mode.
The question is...
In what century was the steamboat invented? Oh, 1800s? 1600s? 1800s.
I like your confidence. You're right.
So, we just have to make sure that we get the answer correct if the computer gets it wrong in this mode.
The question is...
What is the lightest element? Is it hydrogen?
Okay.
Yeah, what century was Steamboat Willie invented? I was thinking the same thing. When did that cartoon come out?
Pick a subject. The question is...
What heavenly body's classification was changed from planet to dwarf? Be poor Pluto, right?
I'm tell you if you're right. You're right. Pick a subject. The question is...
Which country has the warmest temperature in February? Oh. Argentina?
You're right.
Final answer, Regis.
Pick a subject. The question is...
Which of these is a scientist more certain about? Oh, theory.
Okay. You're right.
So that's all the cheats used up. So now my role is meaningless.
Pick a subject. The question is...
What is a tam-tam? I have no idea. A gong?
That is not the right answer.
Okay, so I got it right. The computer got it wrong, but the computer didn't have any cheats left, so it just ends there, right?
Now you know what you need to do. Tell the world I am not smarter than a fifth grader.
Well, this mode is really bogus because it's not in your hands how far you go. Hey, Master Tuesday, welcome in. Happy Tuesday. All right. Well, I think that it's gonna be that. I want to see what these other two options are, but I'm afraid because I think they contain user input content. So let me take a private look at this real quick. Okay, so the honor roll. This isn't anything. This is just when you win the game or whatever, you go on this list. So we cleared that out at the beginning. Tuesday. Alright, and this other one here. I'm always scared of... Oh. Alright, and so this is just the save things. Alright. I'm always scared of user-generated content in used games that I buy. Because I don't know what someone might have entered into it before I owned it. But this just lets you see your record or whatever. So we played 3 games, lost 2, won 1. It says 1 cheat, but that's not true. I didn't use any cheats. And the person that had this before me, oh no, they never won! Poor Jerry. 16 games. 16 lost. 0 wins. they were not smarter. Rip Jerry. Alright, my friends, that's Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? I think this is a fine little plug and play. I think I got $1.25 worth of entertainment out of it. But I think we're done with this one for tonight. And hey, guess what? We got time to play another one, so that's what we will do. Maybe they were smarter because they chose to put the game down. I mean, they played 16 rounds. So even by that metric, I'm doing a little better. You're so good at cheating, you didn't even have to break any rules to do it. Alright, so we're going to switch plug and plays here. Let me just turn this one off. And it's going to take a moment to do it because I got to take the batteries out of this one and put them into the next one. We definitely hit credits, yeah, but we changed the rules. We decided we were going to spin when I failed, not when I won. We'll spin if I beat the next one, though. So hopefully this one works too. I don't know what this plug and play is. It's also red. It says Disney on it, real big. It's got a white joystick and 2 buttons, and it says Disney. But I don't know anything else about it. So it could be... I mean, it could be anything. That sounds like a warning, Tuesday says, more than anything. Where are these from? I just find them at thrift stores. Whenever I come across a plug and play when I'm out going to like Goodwill or St. Vincent de Paul or anything like that, whenever I see a plug and play, I just buy it and I just throw them in a box I have down here in the basement, and we pull them out and play them once a year. I don't really have that many. I mean, I've got maybe a couple dozen. Some of them aren't really that interesting. The only ones I never buy are those. The only ones I never buy are those gambling ones. I come across like TV poker or Texas Hold'em or whatever. I know it's the same thing, but I mean not necessarily. They're different types, but I come across that one all the time. But I never really, I never buy that. Oh, we have another raid coming in. Rush Pirate, ahoy! Thank you for the raid. Happy Janksgiving. Hope you had a fantastic stream tonight. We're just switching gears here. We just finished. We were playing Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader? It was our first plug and play of the night. And we're switching to a different one right now. I just have to move. I'm moving the batteries. It took me 3 tries, but I won. I won big. I earned the $1 million. Finally finished Dot Hack Games. Started Jade Cocoon. I don't think I've heard of Jade Cocoon. Hope that's a good time. Is that Torsang? Welcome in. Mighty Collector, welcome in. Divisimo, welcome in. Will we ever see a return to the C64? We really should, Buddha. We really should. I'm long overdue to play some C64 games. When it will happen, I can't say, but it really should happen. Goodwill in Wisconsin so much better than down south, EpiPen says. Well, I don't tend to find a lot of very good or interesting things. You gotta keep that in mind. Like, if I visit the Goodwill 50 times, I might find a plug and play once. And that's pretty much it for like anything like even remotely gaming related. It's a PlayStation 1 Monster Collector game. Hope it's a good time. So we're done with that plug and play. The next one, I was just showing it off. It just says Disney on it, and hopefully it works. Let's check it out.